This mini podcast was originally a long tangent from this video about Silent Hill 2's Maria ending. Rather than putting a whole bunch of spoilers about some other games in that video, I took it out and made it into its own little thing. Spoiler alert, there are some big ones in here from Silent Hill Downpour, Silent Hill Shattered Memories, and Silent Hill 2.
And honestly, in terms of the lore of Silent Hill, that one makes the most sense for me, because why is the town doing the things that it does if it wasn't getting something out of it? You know, it's attracting these people to the town. It's sort of, you know, putting them through the emotional ringer. And then, like, in Leave, nothing happens. James just leaves Silent Hill. In Water, he dies. Like, nothing really happens for the town. But in Maria, there's a chance that, you know, that emotional turmoil that James is going through is somehow funneling back to the town to, like, help power it. I don't know.
That's an interesting read on it, though. Although I guess it depends on how one perceives the town and its motivations, and like you said, like, what is the town getting out of this? If you see the town as a punisher, but in the way that for example, the justice system intends to punish people to correct them, right? The Leave ending would be what the town would want, is for someone to be rehabilitated and leave.
And that's how I feel.
If it was an altruistic town,
right.
And I think, like, if it was like a chaotic evil sort of town or something like that, it would want to drive people to suicide just because it's just a bastard.
Right.
So I guess it's entirely up to, like, I love this game because not only is James's motivations completely up to interpretation, but the town's motivations are also up to interpretation. Can a town have a motivation is also up to interpretation. It gets really meta when you start going down this rabbit hole.
And it's great to see, like, especially with the later Silent Hill games, like, I know that Vatra and Tom Hewlett really liked, they really liked Silent Hill 2, and they used it as a model for Downpour and
Homecoming for Double Helix.
I don't know if we mentioned...
And Shattered Memories.
But Elle was supposed to be Laura in Homecoming.
Yeah, very early in development,
Christ. Anyway, but
also Alex Shepard. I don't know if we mentioned this at all, but Mary's maiden name was Shepard, so her name is Mary Shepard Sunderland. Although it has been stated before that they are not related, but it's like, if they're not, why did you name them the same developers?
It's almost like they had a really terrible script.
It's almost like, you know, somebody did intend that, and then somebody else, probably Tom Hewlett, said, don't, guys, don't, stop it.
I really want to talk to, what do they call themselves? I researched it for my LP, but it's been so long. The two idiots, I think.
Oh, the guys that wrote Homecoming.
Yeah, I'm not disparaging them. That's like their name, the two jerks or something. I think it was the two jerks. But yeah, they like wrote the game, and
no one harasses them for Silent Hill.
Exactly. Why don't you guys direct some of those? Well, don't fucking. How about you write?
How about don't do that in the first?
How about you write an awful fucking email? You write the most awful shit. And then you just hit the delete button instead of the send button.
Get it out of your system and then don't do anything with it, you turds.
People are still sending Tom Hewlett shit. And it's like,
to this
fucking
day.
2016, Silent Hill is, for all intents and purposes, long fucking dead.
And he hasn't worked at Konami for 3 years now?
Yeah. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Tom just posted a fucking DM from some random asshole on his Twitter the other day, who like just sent him shit for fucking Silent Hill. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? Get a fucking hobby. Go play some Pokemon Go or some shit. Just get outside.
Get a hobby, like playing video games.
Yeah. But what I wanted to say was, the Leave ending is kind of interesting because I think that was the ending, like that's sort of the canonical ending a lot of people glom onto. And I think that's the ending that kind of sort of maybe possibly inspired Downpour, because Leave, the town's motivations in Leave are you know, it may have inadvertently driven James to suicide, but in Leave, it definitely like had a purpose, and that purpose was to like teach James the awfulness of what he did, and then sort of help him move past or move on,
make him repent,
right, and then just spit him out, and after that, you're good to go. And there's
and that is ideally what like the prison system is for, although it fails in America. Like all the time, that's all it does. It doesn't rehabilitate people at all.
And sometimes it puts innocent people in jail, like a certain Brendan Dassey.
Like certain Brendan Dassey that might be getting out of jail because of making a murderer. So good for that dude.
Fucking aces.
Thank God. Oh my God.
That whole thing, I just want to fucking...
Jesus. Watch Making a Murderer. Just do it.
Just watch it. You'll know why we're freaking out.
At the end of this video, just go to Netflix.
Just marathon the entire damn thing.
Just do it, unless it's like midnight, because then you're gonna be up till 6 a.m. watching the show.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, like I feel like Downpour almost did a really interesting thing because it looked to Silent Hill, and it looked. Yes, it took some elements that were just like, ugh, did you have to take that one? Like the Boogeyman, for example. We have to literally have like a pyramid figure.
Yeah.
But
and not only that, we already had a fucking monster named the Boogeyman. So
you're making everything confusing.
Come on, guys. And your monsters were just like dudes with fucked up faces. So
yeah, it was not very good. But they took one of the themes that I think was like underlying in Silent Hill 2, which is like judgment and atonement and stuff like that, which is, it's there, but I feel like the guilt and innocence and the Mary Maria stuff is a lot more obvious. That's the themes people really grasp onto, and forgiveness and stuff like that. But like if you do look at Silent Hill as if it is judge, jury, and executioner, because literally there's executioners running around there.
Yep.
But if you treat it as if it's a justice system and it's the world trying to correct bad behavior or something like that, that's an interesting read on it. Too bad they really fumbled the ball on actually, you know, pursuing those themes in a satisfying, meaty way. And they also did the multiple endings thing in a way that made no fucking sense.
Oh yeah, like your entire journey completely changes, and not in a good way.
No, in a bad way.
Endings. And some of them don't even make any damn sense.
Yeah, it doesn't change the character's motivation. It changes what the character has done.
Right.
And that's a huge, you know, gap of difference between, that's something they did not understand about Silent Hill 2, is that all the endings, every single ending, even the joke ones, sort of work because they do not change what James did. Fundamentally, he killed his wife.
Right.
The question is, why did he kill his wife? And is he okay with that? And that's where the endings stem from. The different possibilities of how he has processed that event that did factually happen.
Right.
Downpour is just like, what if other thing happened instead? What if good guy, bad guy? What if bad guy, good guy? And it's like, you can't just do that.
You can't like just literally change the events that already happened. That's the best thing about Silent Hill 2. And of all of the, like, I can't think of one damn game that did multiple endings better than Silent Hill 2. Not one.
No, I can't.
Because it did them so well. It doesn't change anything that happened in the previously. It just,
and there's so many of them too. It's not like one or the other. It's like, no, there's 6 of them.
Yeah, and all it does is like, you know, an optometrist flicking through the different lenses. All it does is just change the way that you perceive the events and the way that James sort of perceives them himself, and changes how he reacts to them. It
changes the context, but not the content.
Right, exactly.
Which is what makes a good twist. And we talked about this way back when we were in Brookhaven. What makes a good twist ending is it changes the context of what you've already seen. Right.
And it doesn't, you know, make the way that you get those different endings a simple matter of saying yes or no to a QuickTime event.
Press A to be a good guy. Press B to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
And it also, like, I mean, there's such an interesting gamut of mistakes between, like, Downpour and how it handled multiple endings, being like, oh, press A to get good ending, press B to get bad ending, sort of stuff.
Right.
And Shattered Memories, where it was like so painfully obvious that the game was tracking what you did, and it even bragged about it, not only on the box,
it's like two
but also at the
like...
beginning of the game, it had a warning screen that was like, watch out, this game's psychologically profiling you, motherfucker. Ooh, it's so deep and cool. You're just gonna love this shit.
Oh, shit,
and Silent Hill 2 did not brag about that shit at all, and it was a secret, and people played these games not even knowing that there was 3 main endings, 2 secret endings, and then when the greatest hits version came out, another secret ending.
The fake ending.
the dog ending, right?
No, UFO. Dog was in the original.
UFO. Oh, dog was okay. I got them mixed up.
UFO is the fake ending. Yeah,
okay.
I said it.
Fine. You're off the LP.
Goodbye.
But anyway, we could go on, and we have.
Can I come back?
About this stuff. Yeah, sure.
I'm back. Hey, so I lied, and dog ending's my favorite ending. Just
okay,
just want to say.
That's true.
But no, I mean, in terms of like endings that I still to this day think about, you have like Firewatch, you have Soma, but how old is this game? And I still think about Maria and how
came out in 2002 or something,
and how amazing like that would be just from a pure like if this were a movie, Maria would be the ending that I would go with.